Hey everyone, welcome back to your channel. Today, we're going to talk about a coin that is often overlooked in our daily lives, the 1-cent coin, or as we all know it, the penny. You may think of it as just pocket change, but trust me, there's so much more to these little coins than meets the eye. From its fascinating history to its surprising value, and even rare pennies worth thousands of dollars, you'll want to stick around for this one. Let's dive into the story of the 1-cent coin. Our journey with the 1-cent coin starts all the way back in the late 18th century, specifically in 1793, when the United States was still a young nation. The U.S. Mint, founded in 1792, was charged with creating a standardized national currency, and one of the very first coins it struck was the 1-cent coin, the first U.S. 1-cent coin, known as the chain cent, was introduced in 1793. It was made of pure copper, weighed 13.5 grams, and featured a chain of 15 links on the reverse side, representing the 15 original states. This was an incredibly symbolic coin, but it also had its flaws. The design was complicated, and the chain's links were poorly defined, which led to difficulties in production and was eventually replaced after only a short time in circulation. In 1796, the draped bust cent was introduced, featuring a portrait of Lady Liberty on the obverse. This coin would go on to represent the 1-cent coin for several decades. It was still made of copper, but the design was much more refined, and it was one of the first instances of U.S. coinage with a recognizable, human face. Over the next century, the 1-cent coin continued to evolve, with various designs such as the Indian head cent, minted from 1859 to 1909, and the Liberty head asterisk design, which appeared in various forms through the mid-1800s. But in 1909, the penny would undergo a major transformation that would make it the coin we recognize today. In 1909, the U.S. Mint introduced the Lincoln cent, featuring the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. This was the first time a real person, other than Lady Liberty, was featured on a U.S. coin, and it became an instant classic. The reverse of the Lincoln cent initially featured two wheat stalks framing the words E pluribus unum and United States of America. This design earned the coin its nickname, the wheat penny. The Lincoln cent has gone through several changes over the years, with the most notable change in 1959, when the reverse design was updated to feature the Lincoln Memorial in honor of the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln Memorial remained on the reverse of the penny until 2009, when a special series of reverse designs was issued to commemorate Lincoln's 200th birthday. These designs were a temporary change, and the classic Lincoln Memorial design was reinstated in 2010, where it remains today. We know the 1-cent coin's rich history, but what about its value today? As you might have noticed, pennies are still part of our daily life, even though their face value is incredibly small. In fact, a modern 1-cent coin is worth just 1 cent, but here's the catch: it actually costs more to produce a penny than it is worth. As of recent data, it costs around 2.1 cents to mint each penny. So, in a way, we're losing money every time a new penny is made. Why do we still make them? Well, the U.S. Mint continues to produce them because of their role in everyday cash transactions and the historical significance of the coin. In fact, billions of pennies are minted every year, though their use is increasingly being questioned in the digital age. Despite their low value today, pennies still serve an important purpose for small cash transactions. The penny helps keep prices at even cents in cash purchases, preventing us from needing to deal with fractions of cents. However, with inflation continuing to rise, it's not uncommon to hear people argue that we should stop producing pennies altogether. Now, here's the exciting part: while most pennies may only be worth 1 cent, there are some rare pennies out there that could make you a fortune. So, before you toss your old pennies into a jar or throw them away, make sure to take a closer look, because you might be sitting on a hidden treasure. Let's start with one of the most famous and valuable pennies, the 1909 SVDB Lincoln cent. This coin, minted in San Francisco, features the initials VDB, for designer Victor David Brenner, on the reverse side. The mint quickly realized that placing the designer's initials on the reverse was controversial, so it removed them shortly after. As a result, the 1909 SVDB is one of the most sought-after pennies by collectors today, with coins in excellent condition fetching anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000, or even more. Another rare penny that could make you a millionaire is the 1943 copper penny. During World War II, copper was in short supply, so the U.S. Mint began striking pennies with a steel core. However, due to a minting error, a small number of 1943 pennies were made with copper. These coins are incredibly rare and can sell for over $1 million at auction. If you happen to find one, you could be holding one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. Another penny worth looking out for is the 1955 double die obverse. This coin is famous for a striking error where the image of Abraham Lincoln appears doubled on the obverse side of the coin. This error was caused by a misalignment during the minting process, and it's one of the most valuable minting errors. In excellent condition, a 1955 double die obverse penny can be worth anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. Then we have the 1992 close AM penny. This error occurs when the A and M in America on the reverse are too close together. This is a rare mistake that could make your penny worth between $100 to $1,000, depending on the condition. So, how can you tell if a penny is valuable? Well, there are a few key things to look for. First, check for the year. Older pennies, especially those minted before 1959, are more likely to be valuable. Look for any design errors, such as doubled letters, off-center strikes, or any unusual markings. Also, if you find a penny that looks different, like a 1943 copper penny or a 1955 double die, you could be holding something truly special. Now, how often do you really think about pennies? You know, those small copper-colored coins that we toss into our drawers, or maybe even just leave on the sidewalk. They might seem insignificant, but believe me, the 1-cent coin has a fascinating history and a surprising value, especially when it comes to rare pennies. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the penny, exploring its history, its current value, and even some incredible pennies worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Let's jump right in. The story of the 1-cent coin starts all the way back in 1793, in the early days of the United States of America. As the country began to establish its own economy and currency system, the U.S. Mint was founded in 1792, tasked with producing official coins for the nation. In 1793, the first 1-cent coin was introduced, and let me tell you, it looked nothing like the pennies we know today. The first penny ever struck was called the chain cent. It was made of copper and weighed about 13.5 grams. The coin featured a chain of 15 links, each representing one of the original 15 states in the Union. The reverse side was a bit more symbolic than practical, but unfortunately, it didn't last long. The design was hard to strike, and it was quickly replaced after only a short period in circulation. The next iteration of the penny, introduced in 1796, was the draped bust cent. This design featured a portrait of Lady Liberty, and it was a significant improvement in terms of design quality. The draped bust penny would continue circulating throughout the early 19th century, and it marked the beginning of the tradition of featuring recognizable figures on U.S. currency. Fast forward to 1859, when a new design for the penny was introduced, the Indian head cent. Designed by James B. Longacre, this penny featured a representation of a Native American headdress on the obverse side, with the words United States of America and E pluribus unum encircling the edge. It was an iconic design that was used until 1909 and is still remembered today as one of the most popular U.S. coin designs. The Indian head cent was made of copper nickel and was smaller than the earlier copper pennies. The design was beloved for its intricate detail, but it wasn't without its issues. The copper-nickel alloy was prone to tarnishing, which made these coins difficult to keep in pristine condition. Despite that, the Indian head remains a favorite for coin collectors to this day. Then came the year 1909, a monumental year in U.S. coinage history. It marked the introduction of the Lincoln cent, one of the most iconic and enduring coins ever produced in America. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent featured a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, other than Lady Liberty. This design was revolutionary, and it quickly became the most popular coin in the United States. The reverse side of the coin featured 2 stalks of wheat, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. The Wheat Penny was minted for 50 years, from 1909 to 1958, and over that time, millions of these coins were produced. The Lincoln cent is, of course, still in circulation today, with only minor changes to its design. However, the 1909 Lincoln cent holds special significance because of the controversial VDB initials. The designer's initials were placed on the reverse side of the coin, but after public outcry, they were quickly removed. As a result, the 1909 VDB Lincoln cent is one of the most sought-after coins for collectors, and a high-grade version can be worth thousands of dollars today. So what about today? How does the penny hold up in today's economy, where prices are rising, and inflation is eating away at its value? Well, the modern penny hasn't changed much in terms of design. It still features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and since 1959, the reverse side has featured the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was eventually replaced in 2009 with a series of special designs to commemorate Lincoln's 200th birthday. And while pennies are still in circulation, they are a bit of a financial headache. Why? Because it costs the US Mint more to produce a penny than it's actually worth. In fact, as of recent data, it costs approximately 2.1 cents to produce 1 penny. That's right, each penny costs more to make than the value it represents. So why do we still produce them? Well, pennies remain important for smaller transactions, and there's still a nostalgic value in keeping them in circulation. Here's where it gets really interesting. While most pennies are worth just 1 cent, there are some rare pennies out there that could be worth thousands, even millions of dollars. So before you toss your loose change into a jar, take a moment to check your pennies for these hidden treasures. Let's start with the famous 1909 SVDB Lincoln cent. Minted in San Francisco, this penny features the designer's initials, VDB, on the reverse side. Due to public outcry, the mint quickly stopped using these initials, making this penny incredibly rare. Only about 484,000 were minted, and in top condition, they can sell for upwards of $1,000. In perfect condition, they can fetch as much as $3,000 or more. Next up is the 1943 copper penny. During World War II, copper was in short supply, so the US Mint began producing pennies using a steel core. But due to a minting error, a few 1943 pennies were struck in copper, making them extremely rare. A 1943 copper penny in good condition could be worth over $1 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny could make you a millionaire. Another rare penny worth looking out for is the 1955 double die obverse. This penny is famous for a minting error that caused the image of Lincoln's portrait to appear doubled, which gives the coin a unique look. It's a rare mistake, and if you find one in excellent condition, it could be worth anywhere between $1,000 and $10,000. And finally, let's talk about the 1992 close AM penny. This is another minting error where the letters A and M in America on the reverse are too close together. The 1992 close AM penny is highly sought after, and in top condition, it can be worth anywhere from $100 to $1,000 or more.